Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The Raiders' world is buzzing with speculation as the latest shakeup in their offensive strategy begins to take shape, and it all revolves around none other than Chip Kelly, whose reputation for innovative and relentless offensive schemes precedes him. Sources close to the team whisper that Kelly's arrival has immediately influenced the decision to pursue Terry McLaurin, a wide receiver whose speed, route precision, and football intelligence make him a perfect fit for the high-octane offense Kelly is famous for. Analysts suggest that this is more than a standard acquisition. It's a declaration that the Raiders are ready to reinvent their offensive identity, moving away from the predictable tempos that plagued them last season. Insiders hint that Kelly's influence is already visible in the team's practice sessions, where players are being drilled to maintain a pace that forces defenses into mistakes, a hallmark of Kelly's previous successes at both college and NFL levels. Fans are reacting with a mix of excitement and cautious optimism, aware that while the signing of McLaurin brings talent, the real intrigue lies in how quickly the Raiders can internalize Kelly's complex playbook. Observers note that this could signal a broader philosophy shift, one that prioritizes adaptability and speed over traditional power-based strategies. McLaurin's potential impact on the Raiders' offense is generating endless debate, and some insiders argue that he represents exactly the kind of versatile playmaker Kelly craves. Known for his ability to create separation at any level of the field and to excel in contested catches, McLaurin seems tailor-made for a system that thrives on quick decision-making and rapid tempo. Sources suggest that the Raiders' coaching staff is already designing packages that will maximize McLaurin's unique skill set, integrating motion and varied formations that keep defensive coordinators on their heels. Rumors from within the team indicate that Kelly is pushing for a mentality shift, encouraging quarterbacks to trust their instincts while simultaneously exploiting matchups that have been ignored in past seasons. Conversations around the league hint that this combination of McLaurin's athletic prowess and Kelly's offensive intellect could create a dynamic rarely seen in today's NFL, one that blends precision with chaos in a way that forces defenses to adapt on the fly. Fans are abuzz on social media, debating whether this pairing could finally give the Raiders the offensive spark they have long sought, with some speculating that a new era may be on the horizon. Whispers around team meetings suggest that the integration of McLaurin into the Raiders lineup has already begun to alter the dynamic of the locker room, creating a renewed sense of urgency and purpose. Sources close to the organization claim that Kelly's insistence on fast-paced drills and situational awareness is already pushing veterans and newcomers alike to rethink their approach to practice. The rumor mill is rife with speculation that McLaurin's presence alone could elevate the confidence of the Raiders' quarterbacks, who are now expected to process defenses quicker and execute with a precision rarely demanded before. Industry insiders suggest that this is a calculated gamble by management, betting that the chemistry between Kelly's cerebral strategies and McLaurin's versatile talent could unlock an explosive offense that thrives on unpredictability. Analysts note that while these changes come with risks, the potential reward is an offense capable of dictating the rhythm of games rather than reacting to opponents. Meanwhile, the narrative around the Raiders is shifting from cautious anticipation to near-obsessive curiosity, as every practice, snap, and meeting is now scrutinized for hints of the revolutionary style Kelly might be implementing. Rumors also circulate that Kelly is looking beyond just McLaurin, evaluating the roster with a critical eye and identifying players who can contribute to a faster, more dynamic system. Insiders suggest that this could lead to unexpected position changes, innovative formations, and a renewed emphasis on versatility, all hallmarks of Kelly's previous work in college football and earlier NFL tenures. Conversations with sources indicate that the Raiders are embracing a culture of experimentation, where calculated risks are encouraged and traditional hierarchies are momentarily set aside to explore the limits of offensive potential. Pundits speculate that McLaurin's adaptability may allow the team to run unconventional plays that catch even the most prepared defenses off guard, giving the Raiders a psychological edge that extends beyond the field. Fans are increasingly intrigued by this potential, engaging in heated online debates about which games might showcase the first glimpses of Kelly's revolutionary pace and McLaurin's instant impact. The underlying message seems clear. The Raiders are not just adding talent. They're signaling a philosophical shift that could define their identity for years to come, and insiders are keenly observing how quickly the roster can internalize this new mindset. Sources hint that the Raiders' front office is fully aligned with Kelly's vision, giving him the authority to shape not just game plans, but also the overall tempo and identity of the team. Analysts note that such autonomy is rare in professional sports, fueling speculation that management is willing to tolerate early growing pains in exchange for long-term offensive dominance. Rumors suggest that McLaurin's contract was structured with performance incentives tied directly to key metrics that align with Kelly's system, emphasizing yards after catch, route efficiency, and situational impact rather than traditional volume statistics. Industry insiders speculate that this approach is designed to ensure that both player and coach are fully invested in the new philosophy, creating a symbiotic relationship that could transform the Raiders' approach to offense. Fans are responding with a mixture of excitement and skepticism, acknowledging that while the potential is immense, execution will be the ultimate test. Behind the scenes, whispers indicate that even veteran players are beginning to embrace the challenge, aware that adaptability may be the only path to thriving under Kelly's high-octane regime. The media landscape is alive with speculation as analysts and insiders dissect every available hint regarding the Raiders' new offensive direction. Rumors suggest that McLaurin is already participating in intensive film sessions, where he studies opposing defenses with a level of detail that aligns perfectly with Kelly's cerebral approach. Observers note that Kelly's insistence on situational awareness and pre-snap adjustments is creating an environment where every player is expected to contribute to the chess match of the field. Fans are captivated by the intrigue, following subtle social media updates and snippets from practice reports for any indication of how this partnership will manifest in games. Industry insiders speculate that the Raiders may be on the verge of unveiling an offense that is both fast-paced and strategically sophisticated, capable of keeping opponents off balance while maximizing McLaurin's impact. As the rumor mill churns, one thing is clear. The Raiders are embracing a bold experiment that blends innovation with talent, and the football world is watching closely to see if this daring gamble will redefine the team's identity in the seasons to come. Insiders suggest that the ripple effects of McLaurin's arrival are already being felt beyond the offensive unit, as defensive coordinators within the Raiders' practice squads are forced to adjust to the unprecedented tempo and unpredictable formations being installed by Kelly. Rumors hint that Kelly's approach is designed to force constant adaptation, pushing even the most disciplined defenders to their limits and creating opportunities for big plays in unexpected moments. Analysts speculate that McLaurin's route-running acumen and football IQ make him the linchpin in a system that thrives on precision timing and rapid decision-making, essentially turning the Raiders into an offense that operates almost autonomously at high speed. Fans are captivated by the narrative, with discussions online exploring the possibilities of how this duo could destabilize defensive schemes league-wide. Sources indicate that the coaching staff is increasingly focused on integrating analytics and situational tendencies into every practice, ensuring that both veteran and younger players can adjust on the fly. The rumors circulating suggest that the Raiders' new identity could be less about raw talent and more about cerebral execution, a philosophy that may surprise those expecting incremental improvement rather than wholesale transformation. Word from insiders is that the relationship between McLaurin and the Raiders' quarterback room is evolving rapidly, with whispers that chemistry is developing even during early training sessions. Analysts note that Kelly's system requires not only physical skill, but also mental synchronization, and McLaurin's intelligence on the field appears to accelerate this process. Rumors indicate that Kelly is emphasizing anticipation and spatial awareness, pushing quarterbacks and receivers alike to operate as a single unit capable of improvising within a structured framework. Observers speculate that this synergy could produce explosive scoring opportunities, catching even-seasoned defenses off guard and redefining what is expected from a Raiders passing attack. Fans are dissecting every interview and social media clip, hunting for clues about how this chemistry might manifest during actual games. Meanwhile, industry insiders suggest that the success of this experiment could attract more high-level talent in the future, intrigued by the opportunity to play in a system that rewards speed, intelligence, and adaptability. The anticipation is building, with the rumor mill amplifying every subtle development, and the narrative surrounding the Raiders continues to grow more electric. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Speculation also centers on the broader strategic impact Kelly may have beyond individual talent, as insiders hint that the Raiders are exploring offensive adjustments that were previously considered unconventional or even risky. Rumors suggest that player positioning, motion schemes, and tempo control are all being recalibrated to exploit weaknesses in opposing defenses systematically. Analysts argue that McLaurin's skill set is central to this approach, as his ability to read coverage and adjust mid-route aligns perfectly with a system that prioritizes adaptive playmaking. Conversations among league insiders indicate that these changes could force opponents to prepare for multiple contingencies, fundamentally altering game planning across the league. Fans are enthralled by the potential, envisioning high-scoring, fast-moving contests where the Raiders dictate the flow and tempo rather than reacting to external pressures. Observers note that this experiment, while risky, demonstrates a commitment to innovation that few teams are willing to attempt, positioning the Raiders as both audacious and forward-thinking in their offensive philosophy. The rumor mill continues to churn, feeding a narrative of transformation and intrigue that keeps the football world watching closely. Sources suggest that Kelly's influence extends into conditioning and mental preparation, with whispers that the Raiders players are now expected to maintain both physical endurance and mental agility to thrive under the new system. Analysts note that this dual focus could be as revolutionary as any tactical adjustment, ensuring that the team can sustain high-tempo drives without sacrificing precision. Rumors indicate that McLaurin's own preparation routines are being highlighted as a model for others, emphasizing film study, route precision, and situational awareness in ways that mirror Kelly's strategic philosophy. Observers speculate that this holistic approach may give the Raiders an edge in tight games, where split-second decisions and stamina become decisive factors. Fans continue to dissect every practice report, eager for any indication that the team is internalizing Kelly's demanding pace. Behind the scenes, insiders hint at a culture shift where adaptability, intelligence, and preparation are now as critical as raw athleticism. The ongoing speculation keeps the narrative alive, portraying the Raiders not merely as a team acquiring talent, but as an organization actively reshaping its identity through strategy, skill, and cerebral execution. Whispers from inside the league indicate that the Raiders' front office views Kelly and McLaurin as central to a long-term vision, suggesting that this pairing is the beginning of a multi-year offensive evolution. Rumors suggest that the coaching staff is exploring the limits of what the roster can accomplish when aligned with a high-speed, cerebral game plan. Analysts speculate that the combination of McLaurin's dynamic receiving skills and Kelly's innovative play design could create mismatches across the field that are difficult for even the most prepared defenses to counter. Conversations among insiders hint that the team is willing to tolerate early mistakes in pursuit of mastery, viewing each misstep as a step toward a refined, explosive system. Fans remain engaged, following subtle indicators of success and debating which games will offer the first real showcase of this potential. The narrative suggests a Raiders offense that is no longer content to merely compete, but is striving to dominate through ingenuity, adaptability, and precise execution. The rumor mill fuels speculation, projecting a future where the Raiders could redefine offensive strategy under Kelly's guidance and McLaurin's talent, keeping the football world on edge with every development. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.